Hello student, today in distributed DBMS reliability, I will explain you what is distributed reliability protocols. As with local reliability protocols, the distributed version aim to maintain the atomicity and durability of distributed transactions that execute over a number of databases. The protocol addresses the distributed execution of the begin transaction, read, write, abort, commit, and recovery commands. At the outset, we should indicate that the execution of the begin transaction, read and write command does not cause any significant problems. Begin transaction is executed in exactly the same manner as in the centralized case by the transaction manager at the originating site of the transactions. The read and write command are executed according to the ROWA rules. To facilitate the description of the distributed reliability protocol, we restore to a commonly used abstraction. We use that, here we assume that at the originating site of a transaction, there is a process that executes its operation. This process is called coordinator. The coordinator communicates with participant processes at other site which assist in execution of the transaction's operations. Now, the next one is component of distributed reliability protocols. The reliability technique in distributed database system consists of commit, termination, and recovery protocols. The commit and recovery protocol specify how the commit and recovery commands are executed. Both of these commands need to be executed differently in a distributed DBMS than a centralized DBMS. Termination protocols are unique to distributed system. The technique for dealing with this situation are called termination protocol. Termination and recovery protocol are two opposite faces of recovery problem. Given a site failure, termination protocol addresses how the operational site deal with the failures, whereas recovery protocol deal with the procedure that the process, that is also called coordinator or participant, at the end at the failed site has to go through to recover its state once the site is restarted. The primary requirement of commit protocol is that they maintain the atomicity of distributed transactions. This means that even though the execution of the distributed transaction involves multiple sites, some of which might fail while executing, the effect of the transaction on the distributed database is all or nothing. This is called atomic commitment. We would prefer the transmission protocol to be non-blocking. A protocol is non-blocking if it permits a transactions to transmit at the operational site without waiting for recovery of the failed site. This would significantly improve the response time performance of transactions. We would also like the distributed recovery protocol to be independent. Independent recovery protocol determine how to terminate a transaction that was executing at the time of failure without having to consult any other site. Now, two-phase commit protocol, that is also called 2PC. Two-phase commit, that is indicated with 2PC, is a very simple and elegant protocol that ensures the atomic commitment of distributed transactions. It extends the effect of local atomic commit action to distributed transaction by insisting that all sites involved in the executing of a distributed transaction agree to commit the transactions before its effect are made permanent. There are a number of reasons why such synchronization among sites is necessary. First, depending on the type of concurrency control algorithm that is used, some scheduler may not be ready to terminate a transactions. For example, if a transaction has read a value of data item that is updated by another transaction that has not been committed, the associated scheduler may not want to commit the former. Of course, strictly concurrency control algorithm that avoid cascading abort would not permit the updated value of a data item to be read by any other transaction until the updating transaction transmit. Two rules govern this decision, which together are called global commit rules. Number one, if even one participant vote to abort the transaction, the coordinator has to reach a global abort decision. Second, if all the participants vote to commit the transaction, the coordinator has to reach a global commit decision. A participant may unilaterally abort a transaction until an affirmative vote is registered. A participant's vote cannot be changed. Timer used to exist from wait state. Next, in two-phase commit protocol, there are a number of different communication paradigms that can be employed in implementing a 2PC protocol. One is centralized 2PC and second is linear or nested 2PC protocol. In centralized 2PC protocol, participants do not communicate among themselves. In linear, participants can communicate with one another. Sites in linear system become numbered, pass messages to one another with vote commit or vote abort message. These are the two terms we are using here. The coordinator sent the prepare message to participant 2. If participant 2 is not ready to commit the transactions, it sent a vote abort message that is denoted with VA to participant 3, and transaction is abort at this point. If on the other hand participant 2 agree to commit the transaction, it send a vote commit message. So here we are using two terms, vote commit and vote abort message to participant 3 and enter to ready state. This process continue until a vote commit vote reaches participant N. This is the end of the first phase. Another popular communication structures for implementation of 2PC protocol involve communication among all the participants during the first phase of the protocol so that they all independently reach their termination decision with respect to the specific transaction. This version, called distributed 2PC, eliminate the need for the second phase of the protocol since the participants can reach a decision on their own. It operates as follows. The coordinator send the prepared message to all the participants. Each participant then send its decision to all other participants by means of either a vote commit or vote abort message. Participant must know identity of other participant for linear or distributed, not centralized. Now the next one is variation of 2PC. Two versions of 2PC have been proposed to improve its performance. This is accomplished by reading number 1, the number of messages that are transmitted between the coordinator and the participant. Number 2, the number of time logs are written. These protocols are called presumed abort and presumed commit. Presumed abort is a protocol that is optimized to handle read-only transaction as well as those update transaction, some of whose processes do not perform any update to the database while the other do. The presumed commit protocol is optimized to handle the general update transactions. I hope you all understand what is distributed reliability protocol. Thank you for watching my video lecture.